All right, Philip Lawrence Sherrod, composer, reading to you 7 poems out of der Mae'Stro'S posthumous papers. I got email from my Mexican piano monkey. Gonna get married again. Good for her. Virgo making same tracks twice. This time, I'm gonna make it fit. Come hell or high water, crossing the Rio Grande fence. With the mound head or sidewounder, gone Latin, going to have Paquito Chitas. And settle down with tacoed stomach. Dumpling art and its superfelicitous photos. Knew all along she wasn't cut out for posing for canvases. Good Catholic girl, in school and never wore a Scottish quilt. But who shows up but V from apartment D, with natural Scorpio look of and no makeup. Gone school teacher and notes militant beyond reality, sitting next to me, barking private thoughts out loud like a pit bull. Gone rabid, although I didn't complain. Pam Koob, a Third Reich gallery comptroller, siding up to me, handing out Nazi police state info, calling it artistic questions of her short-lived terrorism, asked if I had a ticket, said exhibition was sold out. Her insulting me with educational proposals, propensities, stupid and redundant. I just didn't get it. I mean, this lame brain dame duck, 'tis slow on the uptake. Proof, Rotterdam cheese reality, 'tis smelly. What gives her the right to think life 'tis an equal proposal? But I'm tired of explaining the inevitable. Getting up and leaving at 7:45 p.m., jumping on train, and blitzing downtown R to find myself, carrying with love from Carnegie Delicatessen and Restaurant, half sandwich, all beef, put in bag with V, small, pictorial logo man with giant pickle, on shoulder with super wrangler tapered blue shirt, maybe, for rodeo riding, Brahma bulls, that were altered by over-educated floozies and nude pictures masturbating. That's poem 1. I'm going to read to you now. Poem 2, there will be 7. Hair trigger responses of the underprivileged aesthetic drifter. I mean, who's going to pay my ticket to Las Vegas so's I can play the tables? She said, I'm going to teach you how to play blackjack so's we can go to Atlantic City and clean up. How's those marbles? Putting on her mascara, heavier than usual, me smiling as the rain poured outside her little red Chevrolet. In Summit's train parking lot, 1984. But I am not about to fix her window, broken by artist in rage as exclamation point, to verbal emphasis that she wasn't and couldn't stop talking. Listen to him make a point. To every poetical, dramatic, her dealing cards in his lap, cards faster than Jackie Robinson. So's there, you gossip mongers, something you didn't know about the old days. Something known. Something's grown. Figure it out. Something's blown. Yes, she did. Give the best BJs this side of Elizabeth High School, bragging how should she, and was known for best leech to teach, purifying the New Jersey soul, and riding on back of motorcycle picture with Italian street hoods, a grinning skinny Minnie, thinking of Marlon Brando along the waterfront, later yelling, "Stella! Oh, Stella!" Me wondering how we were going to keep warm. Rain now turning into sleet and glistening on night lights' street branches. Her suddenly laying her head down in my lap, and without a word going to sleep, as she was fighting CA. But the issue still remained about the bed in Rome. Was she or wasn't she going to fulfill that promise? Years later, calling me up and telling me, wasn't I lucky? Her getting me blackballed by NEA literature as poetical vanity? Number 3. And it comes as no shock to me that the ladies of South Oranges should pick exactly 7 small irregular sons, call them tangerines, to edify my last artistic Christmas domain of issuing out vitamin C. And holier than thou health pamphlets, as the latest gratifying moral edifications call it, super hip, VIP, for the final cure, to both help my Jewish harem comprehend that I love them, and remind them knowledge doesn't come cheap. Says you, and Semitic words, if you believe traitor Jew SG always attacking me to become circumcised or convent to Judaica, which 'tis both preposterous and absurd. No Sunday schlockhouse smearer has that right. Once a Moses, always a Moses. And the bulrushes don't lie. How can I lead the people out of Egypt and Canaan, or summit to the promised land? All these present-day allusions, politics to war, jumping on the bandwagon 'tis not likely, the accoutrement of the day. Should one forget the hurts of artistical godship, given out by present-day assassins, that the tablets have been broken by Zeus, or was it Pluto, 27 degrees in Cancer, destruction infiltrated by education at Rutgers' lowest common prosecutor denominator, done as destruction and anti-Helen at gates of Troy or gates of Beelzebub, malicious model posing for one time her Rubens' deflowerment, a Belgian's disgrace. But alas, the death has been set, the die has been set. No finer artist or poet could have gone under his image. Just like every day, roused about, slain by modern computer muses' refusal to pose nude, killing 2 muses for the sake of one. In 2003, contract, selling out the bar and law credentials for corrupt credence, Jewish girl leads me to say, Happy Hanukkah. It's amazing. Number 4. It's amazing what 3 months can do with you and your life coming back to class, with makeup victuals, surprising me with your special key and lime pie, made just the way Mom never did, but sexy and tardy. And I can never forgive you for the leisure hours spent with your travel agent, him, Sag, with 1 foot in mouth, bragging about where he'd traveled, how high is the mountain, where you 2 did ski, and who gives a barley corn or bear rug with white wine and fireplace like you and the rest, jet set, coming and going nowhere. And Plato-esque questions, 'tis Burdenbush worth 3? Or Einstein a common denominator? Willful peasants? How much popcorn did not pop? Leaving a few blackened husks to break the soul of, let's say, my present shiny implants. Your conversation drilled into my jawbone like a boring landfill, oozing with carcinogenous materials. How deep does death lie? Or faithless hearts that you kept at your house like in my grandmother's handbasket, spelling out her name Sarah, that showed up from Delaware Water Gap, and they were sure pink, red, hot heart swimming in words abundant. Her talking 770 words per minute, bent out of shape with ambition. Her jawbone going lickety-split, but was tender with her hazel green eyes, which never closed. But as the blood moon rises, so there we share differences in time, places, and people, and verbal aftermath, slaughtered in faithless woman's deeds. But big girls have a right to make big decisions. Literally buried in menopausal woe, men scratching, fighting, chemically imbalanced, each in her own deranged state, over possibility of love as hell and possession. Blame the world for that. In materialistic values, but I walk in short steps. Like Fred Astaire, or better still, Gene Kelly, singing in the shame of not being able to teach them spiritual values. Reminds me of Dominic Caruso walking down the sidewalk saying women are only baby-making machines. Me resenting his maybe limited, narrow-minded viewpoint, but Dominic, after closer introspection of issue, all those causing trouble have no children, and haven't been worn down a bit by trials of life's fire. Course, Dominic, you feigned the total time I knew you, some 28 years, that you were kin to Enrico, gaining my concern over your removal from La Familia, claiming disownment, because you were so ugly and died of cancer of colon, which leads me to wonder what your favorite pastime was. Did you not seem to have a job, yet the issue still remains, hysterical in measures, and in my grandmother's handbasket, maybe the world's, in no exact context, angels raging to third coming, heaven help us. 6 silver high heels and glitter sparkled across nuded breast, and pudendas writhing with hydras and Lucretian snakes, Damocletian on the make, Lady Macbeth on the kill, leads one to similar conclusion as at birth, remaining in womb would have been a safer conclusion. Me standing in War Acres, Oklahoma, at age of 2.5, with gesture of hands, with fingers turned up, celebrating Kodiak box camera, not wanting to get my hands dirty with extracurriculars. Next poem, me fumbling on Friday, like Milton fumbling with his daughters to be it, Fernanda Varija, Gemini of Brazil, emotionally unstable and inclined with squealy voice to not trust, a Virgo Mexican, Barbara Esquinca Ledesma, of which me, as impresario needing secretary, has to trust. Someone new on the scene like Parisian Aquarian Yeto Colau, confident with cordial smile, and black curly hair smiling like all get out, as if in Paris green was the answer to be taken in small antidotes, me refusing to be the player of Paradise Lost, more interested in Paradise Gained. Her meeting me in streets of Manithane, June 8, 2005. My French girl appreciating my head much and with heavy accent whispering into my ears at night with French kiss, saying, "Finally I was surprised to see you, hung with blackberry of sound restore. Lyon, France, gets my glad goats going, yet Colau could be a problem, though I need a small jet to make a hot traverse in reality, with such highlights on photoed shiny aggression, plenty of red roses, dark and tawny, one eye looking out, the other looking inward, with cute propensities of literal anxieties, knowing what to say and how to say it, her tongue thick with slurred words on purpose, knows the power of the de la Chaumet's Provence of Lorraine. On my fumbling mother's side, an Achilles' heel, to a Helen of Troy, gladly I accept, when the leaves begin to fall, for bedding down in hibernation, as all God's children gotta have primordial mates, and as in Australia, outbackers shearing wool, stripped to the waist, a new breed of man, a century on the Aussie's bloke, becoming the Aussie's bum, giving nature, and a new attitude is under twist. Number 7 poem. Me making the mistake of picking up the phone, you on it salivating at the glance. From taking your hormone pills at age of 8, you in photo in Beaumont, Texas, pure as a lark, blue-eyed and dirty dishwater blonde, staring straight ahead like it was your duty, unbeknownst to me, in time, collecting your grandfather's father's metaled bed and showing me the pride of Texas, and calling me up to remind me so blameless the dark clouds surrounding your Scorpio moon of anything goes in your eternal southern conquest of howling at the moon, from horny toads to chickens, at the country fair, like telling James Harvard, Alan Stone's latest show, not wanting to hear of his checkered past, in small town of Texas County, had heart attack and instead of dying, went artistic comatose. But you could see that by his paintings, pot-shotting the moon carefully, his past like honest engine at opening, red-faced and pimply-faced, pores open from firewater, blew his stack from alcoholic small-town talk. Now really, what did you say of him to him? 'Tis neither here nor there. Him having choice to finally stand against Custer, like an all-American brave, and history books written in larceny. There's no tom-toms like dead teepee. Buffalo hides stretched across Oklahoma hills as a crow flies. But Vivian, student, mother, Terry, Tierra, ass, O'Shaughnessy digging truth out of Christians, it's like pulling one's own molar teeth, and much less wisdom, as riding western horses bareback or hugging the wall-eyed bulls? Brahma or otherwise, you had your chance last Halloween to be burned at stake or make love to Yankee pitcher title. 7 poems read to you from the poet Philip Lawrence Sherrod, New York City,